Hey folks, welcome back to Twin Tiers Homestead. So today is a project that's not so fun. So we bought this pool after we moved here. It was one of the agreements that I had with the family of leaving our house in Florida where we had an in-ground pool, that we would get a pool when we moved here. I've never really been a fan of above ground pools, but I guess we'll call it maybe an impromptu buy. So we had this pool put in maybe 2 years ago, and I don't want to say we've had nothing but problems with it since then, but it hasn't gone smooth. And this winter, to top it all off, after the winter was over and we uncovered the pool, we noticed that the pool liner had ripped over there. And this actually started last fall with our skimmer. Our skimmer had cracked, I want to say last year, and it was leaking water really bad. So when the pool company came out to take a look at it, they replaced the skimmer for free. It was still under warranty, but when they took the skimmer off, the pool liner started to draw down and it wasn't aligned with the skimmer hole anymore. And that was because the contractor that installed it didn't install it correctly. The way you're supposed to install these pool liners is you need to fill them up to the skimmer level with water so that the liner can stretch out. But they didn't do that. They started adding water to it, and even before there was 2 to 3 inches in it, they had cut the liner hole, or the skimmer hole. And so as a result, after the pool was full, the liner had stretched to a different position. So we saw this happen again this spring, and we contacted the pool company because the liner is a lifetime guarantee. They then contacted the manufacturer of the pool, and the manufacturer got into a it's not us, it's them, and it's not them, it's us type situation. And that lasted for about 2 months. Well, yesterday the pool company finally called us and said, we've got a liner for you for free. So we went down and picked it up. Karen went down today and picked it up, and we're getting ready to install it. But before we do that, we have to finish draining the pool out. And so we had drained the majority of it several weeks back, but there was still maybe about 6 inches left in the bottom of it. So we're draining it out now, and then I started to pull the liner away from the pool edge, shell, or whatever you call the thing, and I noticed that there's all kinds of water on this side of it, which gives me concern. Why is there water over there? Maybe the liner was leaking in another area and we never knew it. We always seemed to be losing water. We thought that was through the skimmer, and the grass outside the pool in one area was always wet. We thought that was coming from the skimmer, but as it turns out, now that we see this, it's possible that there is a leak in this liner, and that was causing that. But some of the other things that we've seen, I think this is because of the pool water had gotten behind this liner. This is all corroded now. I'm not sure what the rest of the shell is going to look like after we get this liner out of here. To me, this is pretty disgusting, and I'm not satisfied at all with the job that the contractors did. The contractors, they are associated with the pool company, so we didn't install the pool. I never installed the pool. I don't know that I would know how to install a pool. But they were on the recommended list, so we did everything through the pool company. So at this point, we just have to finish draining this and then try to install the liner and then start to fill it back up and see what happens. So we're going to try to follow the right procedure here, which is fill the pool and then cut the holes for the skimmer and the return, and after the water is up to that level, and we'll see how that goes. So as soon as this gets drained, we'll pull this old liner out of here. We may have to re-level some of the bottom, and I think that we need to let the bottom half of this drain and dry. So we're not exactly sure what it's going to look like underneath it and how long that's going to take. It could be a couple of days, and it's supposed to rain a little bit, but we need to get the water out from underneath here, otherwise the new liner is never going to settle in the correct spots. So we'll show you what that's like as soon as we're done. All right, folks, so we've got the pool liner out. There was still about 5-6 inches of water sitting in the bottom of it. We got all that out. We had to dig down into the sand a bit, create a little well, and then we were able to get the water out. What was left over, the kids spooned out with some little cups and into a bucket and then over the side. So it's been pretty sunny and hot the past couple of days, and it's all dried out. You can see there's lighter color sand in here, and we've went through and filled in some of the low spots. And we're nearly ready to put the liner in and start working on that. As soon as that's done, we'll start filling it. One of the things that I wanted to show you guys was one of these pool support pieces. So you can see these are silver. They're all the way down through here. These are made out of aluminum. And what I wanted to show you guys is what this looked like in behind, because there's a lot of corrosion sitting on this thing. And I've gone through and wire brushed the other ones down. This was the last one that I haven't done yet. My overall concern is that there's some pitting that's happening on these aluminum pieces now. And I'm not sure what that's going to mean to the long-term life expectancy of the pool, but I guess I have some doubts. We'll see how it goes, but I at least wanted to capture that and have it. Let's see if I can get that to zoom focus there. Yeah, so you can see it's not the best. I've already wire brushed this one, and see if you can see what that looks like there. There's all of the residue sitting at the bottom. So I've gotten as much as I can off with a wire brush, and yeah, we're just gonna clean this one off and then start putting the liner in. All right, guys, so we just got the liner in. Surprisingly, it did not take as long as I think we all thought. When I first unboxed it, I thought it was going to be short. I thought they sent us the wrong size, because we unrolled it lengthwise, and it was only about 24 feet. Our pool is 30 foot long.
I said, have some faith.
Foot length. Karen said, have faith. We had it sideways, turned sideways. So she hopped in here. We got the girls out, and Karen and I started putting it together. And the way we did it is we first attached the long ends and then the short sides. So all four corners essentially were in the two sides and the long ends. And then we went kitty corner to the sides, to the corners rather, and then we just slowly started working our way around it. This liner is a little bit different because of the pool type. It doesn't really go up over the edge. Instead, let's see if we can get a close up here. It snaps in under the bottom here, and there's a ridge that holds the whole thing in. So all we had to do was snap that up in place all the way around and make sure everything was even. And I would say, what, Karen, it took us about 30-45 minutes at the most.
30 minutes maybe.
So we think we have it pretty much all smoothed out, and I think we're ready for some water.
Sounds good.
Surprisingly, I thought this was going to be an all-day event, both filling the holes with the sand, smoothing it out, and then getting the liner in, but within an hour and a half it's done. I can walk on it and I can feel that it's pretty smooth. There's a small dip here or there, but I'm not going to take the liner out for something that's maybe a ½ inch down in the ground and try to perfect it. It's pretty good, I'd say. So at this point, kids, you guys ready to start putting water in this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Only 2 of you think so?
Can I start spraying?
Yeah, go ahead. There we go.
Woohoo!
Okay. That's warm. Okay, hold on. Why don't we do this? Billy, can you squeeze this off in there? You girls help him. Okay, fold it over and squeeze it off. So I can take this end off.
They're still going to get sprayed.
Yeah. Turn it, bend it, squeeze it. Do the same again down there, girls. Bend it. Squeeze it. Okay, ready? Okay, you guys hold it there. Wow, that's hot. Okay, let go.
Can we get in?
No? Ah, that's hot. All right, we've got water coming in. 5 days from now, it'll probably be full.
Oh.
Last year, or 2 years ago when we bought the pool, was it 2 years ago?
2 years, so this is the third summer.
This is our third summer with it. We filled it up with the pond, and I had a 2-inch pipe coming up with a strong, I think it was a 2.5 horsepower pump, and it filled this pool in about 5 hours. So maybe it was a little bit more, but the downside was the water was dirty as can be. So, and it took a long time to get it clean, several weeks, and even then we still weren't happy with it.
It didn't get clean.
So this time we're going to fill it with pool water. I mean, we're going to fill the pool with house water, which comes out of our well. And it's going to take a bit because it's just from a garden hose, and that's all there is to it.
Or we could pay $800, $1,000 to have it.
Yeah, to have
Tanker
the
brought
come
in.
But
That's
and
okay.
even then, they're probably pulling the water from a well or from a pond somewhere as well, or the creek. So this will work for us. Kids aren't in any real rush to get in here to go swimming anyways.
Not
Are
at
you
all.
guys? They probably, if we let them, they probably would get down here and play in the water right now.
Can we?
No,
No.
maybe later on, okay?
We can get out by ourselves. Can we get in?
No.
Yes, how am I going to get out?
Yeah, so you guys want to videotape Mom getting out?
No.
Yes.
I can get out. Liliana, get down now. All right, so let's take a guess. We like to play contests, and we had a contest as to how many buckets it would take to get the remaining water out of the pool that we had to bucket by hand. Billy was closest. He guessed 12, and I think it was somewhere around 18.
No.
No way.
21.
21.
It was way more than that.
That.
It was like 50.
Buckets?
No, it was something like 21.
The red buckets?
It
Yes.
was something like 21.
No.
No, I guessed 50.
Okay, you were the closest then.
30.
Oh, then I was the closest, I guess. Thanks for letting me win. I thought Billy won.
It was way more than 30 buckets.
Anyways, what time is it, Mom?
I don't know. Hold on. 1:21.
All right. So, Lana, how long do you think it'll take to fill this pool?
Like, 4 days.
4 days? How about you, Liliana?
About 20 hours.
28 hours?
20.
20 hours? That's less than 2 days. Okay. How about you, Billy?
I think between 3 and 5 days.
Well, that's quite a bit.
I almost saw the math equations in his head.
Yeah, what I expected him to ask was, what's the definition of
Can I
full?
feel the water?
But he didn't.
I want to feel the water.
It's very cold.
It's warm over here because the sun's warming it up already. So
Well, what do you mean full? You mean up to here?
Can we get it?
now he's asking because I mentioned it.
Can we feel it?
Well, we fill it up to around the skimmer, wherever that is.
It's going to rain the next couple of days, so that's going to help. I'm going to guess it's going to be 3 days. That's my guess. You have a guess, Mom?
3 days. 4 days.
I guess 4.
I want to get in.
All right, so I think that's it. We'll do an update as the pool fills, maybe a little bit every day, and then we'll let you guys know who won the contest. All right, we'll check back with you after a bit.
Hi everyone. Well, we are just over the 24-hour mark. It is 1:59 the next day, and actually the water did get interrupted for a couple of hours last night, so otherwise it's been on for 24 hours. And as you can see, we've got some good progress here. It's much higher than we thought it would be. I think there's still a good foot maybe before the return. We did end up hooking up the shop vac and trying to suck some of the air out, but that didn't really work as we thought it would. Well, it did, but it kept sucking the liner. So then we pretty much stopped, and the pressure from the water has gotten most of the air out from behind the liner by itself. So it's just the water pressure. And I guess the professionals use a shop vac just to move the job quicker. Anyway, we are, let's see, our return is over here. The return is here. The water is, I'd have to guess maybe 7 inches maybe, or 6 inches, I don't know. So pretty soon we'll be cutting a hole in the liner. No, Alana wants to go swimming badly. So it's still going to be a little bit because we have to put the new skimmer back in here and attach the hoses. I think we need a new filter or cartridge for the filter. We actually want to switch to a sand filter, but we don't have that right now. We just have the simple clean, which was a salt, like a salt cleaner. It was a non-chlorine system, but it's very expensive, so I just kind of used chlorine whenever the last time was, we used it. Anyway, we want to switch filters. So it will probably be just, I don't know, maybe this evening we'll be able to shut off the water and get ready to put the other things in. So just wanted to give you an update. We'll be back.
So we are about 36 hours after we started to fill the pool, and it's nearly done. About 2 hours ago, we put the return cap on. The water was on its way up to there, so we decided to put that on. And now we shut the water off because we have to cut the hole and attach the skimmer. And so the water level is really close to the bottom edge of where those screws are. I wish I would have stopped it about an inch earlier, but it is what it is now. I can't really do anything about it. And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to rain, so we're going to get more water. Maybe the kids will want to bucket some water out. Just kidding. Anyways, that's kind of our next step. The liner has stretched out. It's filled in really well. We think we actually did a better job than what the original installers did with the liner. There's no wrinkles to it that we can tell.
I see it a little, it runs off a little bit, but
yeah, but in general it's pretty good. So after we get this cut, we probably have about another 3 to 4 hours of filling to get it up to the right level, and then we can turn the pump on. The water is cold. really cold. I don't know what the temperature is, but the thermometer's in the middle of the pool out there. No, you don't have to get it. Because somebody, me, threw it out there. So I don't know what the water temperature is, but my guess is it's somewhere in the upper 50s, low 60s. So it's going to take a little bit to warm up. One of the things Karen and I spoke about yesterday is that the overall time that it took us last time to fill up the pool and then clean it was probably more than 3 weeks. And now, that was because we used pond water. It filled up really quick, but it was extremely dirty and very difficult to get clean. Now the water's clean. It didn't take as long to fill it up as what we thought. The downside is it's cold. So it's going to take a little bit to warm up. Maybe we'll drag the solar blanket out and put it on top of it. It's supposed to be really hot and sunny here the next week and a half. So I wouldn't be too surprised that by the end of next weekend, the water temperature is going to be approaching 80 degrees. Kids will love that. They'll be in it just in time for us to leave and go on vacation. So anyways, that's about it right now. We'll check back in once we start working on the skimmer. We're going to call it a day and go in and have dinner and get cleaned up.
Okay, our pool is done. Is the pool done?
Yeah.
How is it?
Good.
Having fun?
Yes.
How's the water? Warm?
It's warm. Yeah. It's like 79 but I'm a little cold. Bye.
Alright.
I'm going away.
Alright. So we finished filling the pool. Cut the hole for the new skimmer. Well, we did the skimmer before we finished filling the pool, obviously.
We're throwing torpedoes. I got the torpedoes.
And I've been getting water balanced. It's still high on the alkalinity and pH. But kids are enjoying it, cooling off.
Oh.
It's been pretty warm.
Watch out, whatever. Watch out.
And that's it. So, if you think you can't do it, you can do it. Just do a little research first. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a like to help promote it. And share with your friends and family. You can hit the bell notification, or the bell to get notifications. And subscribe. So, thanks again for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye.